Welcome to this Literacy Shared Adobe Express challenge. In this tutorial, we're going to create a kenning poem video using simple animation and sound effects for the film, Taking Flight. If you need free Adobe Express for Education accounts for your school, visit the link on screen, and there you'll also find all the other free things we do for schools like live lessons, teacher training, and lesson packs. Let's get on with the challenge.
So let's create a kenning poem video by pressing the plus on the left hand side and selecting video. First thing we're going to do is give our project a name, Dom's Kenning Poem, that'll do. So let's do a kind of introduction to our poem. First thing I'm going to do is go to photos, and here I can search for something like poem, see what comes up. Actually, this typewriter, this very first one, seems pretty cool. I'm going to put it in there. Now you can set it as page background, but obviously it's cutting off part of the typewriter, so you can reframe it and then just pop that up there. And then also, I think what I want to do is flip it around, because my idea here is that I'm going to put some text in for kind of a title to my poem. Add your text, Dom's Kenning Poem. That'll do. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to spin it, grab these arrows here. There you go, put it in there. And I'm going to change this text. Let me go to recommended text. I'm looking for something which is a bit more kind of scripty, that kind of thing. Yeah, that looks great. And then I'll just pull this out. And then what I can do is, if I go back here and scroll down to animation, there is actually typewriter text. Dom's Kenning Poem. That's cool. If you click it again, you can change the duration. Maybe I'll change it to about, I don't want this particular frame of the video to go on past about 4 seconds. Maybe that's a bit too slow, actually. Maybe we'll bring it right the way down to 2. As once you take it off, you can take your finger off. You can see how fast it goes. That's perfect. And then this, you can see down here, if I just zoom in as well. So that's a 5-second clip. That's perfect. I think I'll make all of my clips 5 seconds.
Hey, I hope you're having fun so far. Teachers, if you'd like a PDF mapping this activity to the NCCE Teach Computing curriculum, follow the link that's on screen now. Okay, back to the challenge.
Right, so I'm going to add a scene. So you'll know from studying kenning poems that they're all very short, hyphenated words often. So let's start by adding our text. My first one is animal hider. So let's go to media before we make this look better, and let's search for tiger hiding, something like that. Okay, now there's lots of pictures. Well, there's a few pictures of tigers, but none of them are doing exactly what I want them to do. So I want them to be hiding under something. So let's go to text to image. Let's go to widescreen, which will be the same as my video screen here. And then let's put tiger hiding under a log, something like that. I've got content type as art selected. That's cool. Wanted to have a certain style about it. And then while it's loading, I think I'll just move this so it's about the side. There we go. Nice. That's very cool. Okay, that is good enough for me. Now you can see that the photo or the generated artwork is now on top of the text, and you can change that by just sliding your text to the top here. But also, I probably want to change the fill color of my text to white, and then I'll place that in the top right there. Now you can go and look at your recommended fonts and see if there's something in there that you like better. I actually think that one was probably the best. That's good. It's got a bit of style to it. Just make sure that it's off the side there. That's perfect. Okay, add a scene. They're all going to be 5 seconds by default, which is perfect. My next is heat trapper. Now, if in terms of photos, what I'm going to search for, what kind of thing traps heat? Well, what do you use in the garden to trap heat? Well, people use greenhouses. So I'll put greenhouse in there. I want one of a picture of a greenhouse from the outside. That'll do. You can set as page background. That's nice. And again, you can reframe it. Let's bring that down there. And then if you want to match the text that you wrote in this one, all you have to do is copy it, go over here, paste it. I'm going to put it in a different position. Instead of animal hider, I'll put heat trapper. Place it where I want it to be. That's nice. Okay, keep on adding these scenes. Now, if you search for something like rain catcher, it's not really going to find what you want. So here I'm going to go rain and hand. Yeah, this one's perfect. Again, set as page background. And I've still got my text copied. So I'll put it in there. I'll put it in the bottom left there. My next one is shade giver. Umbrella is one I want to search for this next one. But let's do one that's got a real sunny background to it, because what I want is, if I go and copy that text again for the same style, I don't want rain catcher this time. This time I want shade giver. Position that where I want it to be. If you hadn't already guessed it, my poem is all about the jungle. So for my last section here, I'll go to videos, I'll go to jungle, and there's a little preview of all of these things. Oh, that one's nice. I like that one. That's really cool. So I'll put that in there. But because all of my sections are 5 seconds long, I'm going to go to the end here, grab this until it's 5 seconds long. That'll do. Well, in fact, maybe this one can be a little bit longer. Just leave people to dwell on the fact that all the clues I've been giving them are for the jungle. And then I'll pop the text in here. And then I'll center this one, I think. So you're looking for both the center, the horizontal and vertical pink lines. And that is perfect. Okay, we're not done yet. There's a few things I want to do. First of all, if you look at your video, it changes very abruptly from one scene to the next. So click in between on the plus, go to add transition. I'm going to go to dissolve. I like that one. And then also maybe the duration can be a little bit longer, maybe like 2 seconds. I'm going to apply to all scenes. That means that all of my scenes now have transitions between them, which are this dissolve transition. Next up, I'm going to select the different texts on each of these, and I'm going to animate them. So this one I think I will drop in. If you click it once and then click it again, you can select the duration. And then all of these, this heat trapper one, I think I'll have it coming in from the left. And again, yeah, 2.5 is fine. Roughly you want them to be the same. Rain catcher, maybe that can go up from the bottom. With this one, I've selected drift. Select it again. I want it to come in from the right-hand side, so change the arrow there. And then the last one with the jungle, I'll select it, and I think I'll make this one, I'll make it grow. There we go. And then I think I'll make sure that the duration on this is maybe the whole way. Yeah, nice. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add some audio. You can see you've got an audio track at the bottom here. So let's click it. Automatically, it's searching for jungle, which is good. I can play any of these to preview them and see if it's what I want. The thing I need to be careful about here is my video is 33 seconds long. You can see that down there. So I need to make sure that my audio clip is at least 33 seconds long. This first one is 36 seconds long, which is perfect. Pop it in there. Bring your playhead back to the start, and you can watch your video to check for any things you want to edit. Once you've had a good look through it, if you're happy with it, you can download it by clicking there, selecting your file format. MP4 is always good. Video resolution, change it to 720, I think, for computers in school. Always better to have a smaller file size. That's plenty big enough. Click download there. You can also press share, add people's email addresses to collaborate with you, send it to Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, or create a view-only link, which you can copy and send to whoever you like so that they can view your kenning poem made using Adobe Express.